blemish, anything that disturbs your skin. And it works like it does because it doesn't just sit on your skin, it soaks
Mm-hmm.
through your skin, it soaks down to the bone. That helps with your muscles and your ligaments, with your tendons and your joints, your knee
Mm-hmm.
joints, your back joints, your hands and feet. Look, if you know anybody, or maybe even you, if you've got a condition in your hands or feet that can start as tingling and become incredibly severe, you're going to find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for all of
Yes.
that and more. Listen to the testimonials in the back office. You'll hear
Yes.
testimonials about serious varicose veins, cellulites, stretch marks. It's just astounding what can be affected with Rejuvenate and its ability to restore your mitochondria, increase it. Look, the next product I want to talk about is called Restore. It's Restore 3.0. It's our first third generation product. And Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to human condition. They mentioned olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened Tut's tomb, but Dr. Bevan uses several elements in a special way. And listen, with olive oil and olive leaf, he uses several elements there to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now, that's the key. That is a one of a kind thing. Only our products do. Dr. Bevan understands that
Mm-hmm.
you've been losing mitochondria all your life. You were you're lucky to have 50% of what you had as a kid when you're in your 50s and 60s, maybe as low as 10% in your 70s and 80s. Well, guess what? When we restore your mitochondria, restore it back to the levels you had when you were a kid, then your body starts to work the way it used to, the way it did before
Mm-hmm.
life and the environment started tearing your body down. Mitochondria is the key, and that's also part of our. Well, listen, the next product I want to talk about is called Renew. It's our newest product, Renew Brain and Body. Some of the ingredients we need to increase our mitochondria can't be delivered in a liquid base. They have to be delivered dry to be effective. Dr. Bevan created these small capsules, Renew, helps with the blood flow in the legs, the blood flow in the brain, the firing of the synapses in the brain, helps delete the brain fog, helps bring everything back. It stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore. Those three products are the triad to increase your mitochondria, not just tune it up, not just support it, not just activate what's left. What's that matter if you got 10% left?
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring you back to the levels when you were a kid. Incredible things happen. You're about to hear some of those on this call. The final thing, some of the most important members of our family are the pets that we own. We love them. The most viewed videos on social media are pet videos, and you know what? They suffer just like we do. If you've seen a dog that's bound up in a hobble, can hardly make it up and down the stairs, sure as heck is not playing fetch with the kids or chasing
Mm-hmm.
bikes. If you've got a cat that's laying around and hacking up fur balls and shedding, listen, animals are closer to all the things in the environment that are bad and destroy mitochondria, the chemicals we clean our rugs with, the chemicals we put on our lawn to make the grass grow. And they're even allergic to the same things we are. If you want to bring a dog and cat quickly back to puppy stage and kitty stage, then increase their mitochondria. Give them pet life, specially formulated for the animals. And listen, there's no placebo effect. There's none of this, gee, I think I feel better. You see it. And you see it right away when your dog reacts, and it just warms your heart. So listen, four products. Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, and Pet Life. There's nothing like what these products do. To hear more about that, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
Thank you, Dale. How to exercise, how to eat, and how to supplement your way to lower cancer risk with more mitochondria. Again, Dr. Dan and I have been talking about this all week, Dr. Joy as well. Let me tell you something I just learned. Cancer is the number two cause of death in the United States. That makes it like number two
Wow.
on the Grim Reaper hit parade. Okay? But there's stuff you
Make sure
can
y'all
do
have
about it,
your
and that's
notebooks
what
and
this
pens to
topic is
take
talking about, how to
notes, or
exercise
you
and
can
how
do
to
it on the
eat.
computer.
I'm going to give you Dr. Dan now to kick us off. He's an expert both of that,
and
all of those
drinks
things,
and
especially
snacks.
that exercise part. They patent equipment known internationally, the Real Fitness and Nutrition Guru. Dr. Dan, tell us what
Yes,
we need
Roger.
to know about exercise that can impact our cancer risk.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, you got to remember that cancer feeds on sugar and starch. It's also brought about because of the toxic buildup, which is actually a breakdown of the mitochondria or not enough mitochondria, unhealthy state. So we work on that through the more mito products to get that healthy. That's a major trigger. But you have to detoxify the cell. Exercise stimulates the lymph system through deep breathing, and it moves and it starts moving things, and so it helps to detoxify. But it also helps burn up the excess sugar, and the excess sugar, remember, is what cancer thrives on. It doesn't have to be just white sugar. It can be bread. It can be potatoes. Mashed potatoes is higher on the glycemic index, much higher than white sugar is. And many vegetables that we think are healthy, well, like for instance, I eat carrots all the time, but if you cook them, then they become sugary. So you got to learn which ones to leave alone. Look up the glycemic load, look up the glycemic
Fruits.
index, and when you eat, it's a good thing, if you can, to do some exercise right after you eat. Go take a walk, do some squats and a few different things around the house, whatever you can do some exercise in to stimulate the body to deal with that excess blood sugar. And then there's many foods that are very good for us. But one I left off last Saturday that I wanted to mention is kelp. They tried to figure out why the Japanese have such low levels of prostate cancer, breast cancer, thyroid cancer, uterus cancer. And they realized it was related to the kelp. Well, you can buy little sheets of kelp in any of the good health food stores and use it on your salad. I like to snack on it at night. It has almost no calories to it, tasty, and so it's very good for you. So add that as well as the foods that are very low. The yogurt, done right, can be very, very good. Butyric acid, which you get from coconut oil or more from MCT oil, all these help you deal with cancer. And so a good night's sleep, don't forget, you have to rest. We all want to stay up and watch the TV show, some favorite TV show, but we have to get a good night's sleep. People that don't sleep well, they get diabetes, heart disease, cancer, all the major diseases because it's highly inflammatory. So work on sleep. There's a lot we can do, but we'll do a show on sleep, and I'll tell you all the tricks I've had to work out over the years to get a good night's sleep. But let
I
the
used to have issues
exercise,
sleeping,
but
guys.
also let the body recover. And then a combination, walking, bicycling, whatever you can do, please do it. It's so important in how you're going to age or not age. And so you got to add that to what we're doing. And so I'll give it back to you, Roger.
I used to have
All right,
an issue
thank you,
sleeping,
Dr.
and the
Dan.
products is what helped
I'm
me
a
to
witness
get
to
back
that.
to sleeping
You already
better.
took my life anywhere around that exercise,
Okay.
around eating that magic oatmeal, 25 straight days of really low blood pressure. Awesome stuff. Okay, so Dr. Joy, I'm going to ask you about the best way, the most nutritious way to make broccoli by the end of the call, okay? Coming back to you.
I love
As we
broccoli
get
now.
through this
Used to
topic
didn't like
tonight
it, but had to,
about how to eat,
because of health
exercise,
issues, had to learn how
and
to eat it.
supplement your way to lower cancer risk. Now, there's just a lot that you can do. I've included attachment. It's in the back office right now from last Saturday. All these references, the specific exercises you can do. You use Dr. Lee talking about food as medicine, how you can starve cancer. There's a lot that you can do to reduce your cancer risk. And one of the ones that is chief among them is regrow your mitochondria, because failing mitochondria is the primary source of cancer. That's what the science says. They used to think that it was just random mutations and, that kind of thing, like accidents. No, it's damage that gets done to your mitochondria. By that information, just heard Dr. Dan talk about 5 things you get into in the environment, 5 your lifestyle choices that lead you into areas that are not great for your body, causing a toxic situation, the toxic diets that we toxic and inflammatory can have a very different outcome than what his doctor used to think. And let me emphasize this. I'll say it again at the end. We're not trying to give you any medical advice. We don't try to diagnose, treat, or cure diseases. Okay? What we're doing is
No, we don't.
talking about how we can restore mitochondria, and we ask people to share their stories about what happened after they did that. Okay? And one of the first ones we're going to go to is Ron Long. He was a poster child, by the way. Had a dead arm. He couldn't use his hand on that side. Was going blind. Lots of stuff, including 2 episodes of skin cancer. Ron, you got a new result to report. What is it?
Well, I had been diagnosed 2 times with a cancerous tumor, and upon going into the surgery, the results said we found no live cancer cells, not only once, but the second one. I just got off the phone with the surgeon, and she said, well, we at times find the cancer that was there disappears because the mitochondria in there naturally fight it, and it leaves a fibrous type remnant, and it's not that common in case there is no cancer left if your mitochondria, quote, out the cancerous cells. So this is the second confirmation I used from the day you were diagnosed. I used a special cream called Rejuvenate. I put Rejuvenate on day and night in both areas prior to surgery, about 2 weeks to 3 weeks from the surgery. The surgeon in both cases said, I'm not sure where I was supposed to operate today, nurse. Can you point it out? In both cases, it on the surface had reduced from a skin growth, visible cases. And when it then came out, second results, all cancerous tumors or evidence cells are gone. They're dead. Awesome. Just from the cream.
Outstanding, Ron. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, Roger.
All righty. That was a cream while he was using the store as well, okay?
Yeah.
And Dale, that was
I
kind
knew
of
that.
choppy. If it happens again, I'm going to ask you to play it, okay? The next one.
I'll be ready.
I was hoping that wasn't
Okay.
my
Dr.
system doing it.
Judy,
But he was using
we're
both of
gonna talk
these.
about
Ron Long
first
was.
skin cancer adventure also, if you can call it that. And some other things, because no one has only one issue. You got lots of issues. Your body's trying to cope with all of them at the same time, but we can help it out. Dr. Judy, tell me about what your health concern was before you met us, and then we'll talk about what's changed after.
Okay, well, when I first was introduced to the Mormito products, my major health concerns have been various outbursts of skin cancer. And the one I want to talk to you about today is the skin cancer that was formally diagnosed in the early 2000s, and the dermatologist wanted to do surgery above my left eye. And I said, no, you're not going to operate on me. I'm a naturopath. I'm going home. I'm going to do my nutrition, and I'm going to get out the black salve, and I'm going to bring out the tumor and get the yeast out of there and take my chances, which I did. Okay, I got everything pulled out, but there was, and the skin grew back together just like it does if you do surgery. But there was a big white spot where I had pulled the cancer, yeast cancer out, and the pigmentation was gone. So I've had this white spot above my left eye for 10, 15 years. Now, I also lost half an eyebrow over this skin cancer. Recently, I looked in the mirror, and there's no more white spot. My skin color, my natural skin color is back. And I've been
Awesome.
using the Mormida products faithfully since February. Now what I'm doing and have been doing recently, since I discovered this wonderful return of skin color, I'm doing Restore, Roger, all over my face. And then I put the Rejuvenate with the teaspoon of the Restore in as a cover. And I'm going to expect some more things, wonderful things to happen. And this summer, I went to the swimming pool with my grandchildren 5 days a week. Took them and sat out in the sun sometimes for more than 2 hours a day. And before I went to the pool every day, I put the Rejuvenate cream or gel, whatever you call it, all over my body, and I never had bit of sunburn. And I am a blue-eyed white person. Never had a problem. And that was
Awesome.
because
Awesome.
of what I was doing for protection. So I'm very excited. Now, I didn't get my eyebrow back, and I don't really care about that. But the fact is, you can't see the white spot up in my skin above my eyebrow, my eye anymore. And that was all due to Restore and Rejuvenate gel.
Awesome. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
I didn't think so. Just to let you know what happened to me recently, I went on a horseback ride on a trail ride with people, and the horses, and we all three got dumped on the ground, right? Now I got dumped right into the net. So I was in the hospital for one night. I came out with a broken arm, and I had a major bite beneath these. They had never seen as many bites on a person as me when they admitted me to the emergency room. Now I'm finally not itching all over the place. I had bites on arms, back, neck, and even at 80 years old, the body can heal itself with the right stuff.
Wow, she doesn't sound
Absolutely.
80. Wow.
That's an amazing story. Thanks for sharing that.
Yep.
All right. And the power of the immune system is going to work hard at fixing whatever's broke.
Mhm.
Okay, so now imagine that since you were 12 years old, you smoked. And now you're older, you're married, and your husband just died of lung cancer a little while back.
Mhm.
And then you get this revelation that you should go and get yourself checked out. No other reason, not having any symptoms. And when you do, they find out that you don't have lung cancer, or one kind of lung cancer. You got two. That was your reward for smoking all that time. What are you going to do then? Well,
Smoked since 12 years
sounds
old.
like I'm
Wow.
talking about Amy. Let's hear her story. I've got the pleasure of speaking with Amy Herndon. Amy, please tell me what your health concerns were before you were introduced to Mito by Kimberly.
I had stage 2 lung cancer
Mm-hmm.
on the right side.
Okay. How was that affecting you, Amy?
A lot. I couldn't breathe, couldn't do things I usually do.
And how long has she been affected by that?
For like a month.
So you were recently diagnosed and you just found out about it a month ago?
Wow.
Yes.
And what were the doctors saying then?
Then I need the operation. They had to cut some of my lungs out.
Okay.
And there was 2 types of cancers. It was aggressive cancer and non-aggressive cancer.
How common is that?
Not common at all.
All right, so since you started on Mito, what, if anything, has changed in your health, Amy?
So once they did the operation, by being aggressive cancer and non-aggressive cancer, and the tumor, they would think it would have went to my bones and my brain. But once they removed it and sent to get tested, they didn't find anything in my body. It was gone.
So they diagnosed you with 2 forms of lung cancer.
Yes.
One was a routine kind of lung cancer, but the other was a very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you were on Mito for how long before you had that operation?
A month. Once I found out, I started
You were
my.
on Mito in a month. Now, what were you noticing with your health leading up to in that operation?
I thought better.
Okay.
But like I said, they said it was a miracle because they never seen nothing like it once they removed the tumor. You know, they would
Wow.
think that it would have been in my bones and in my brain by now. They never seen nothing like it. Ever.
Okay. You must have started on Mito very shortly after you were diagnosed. Is that right?
Right, correct. Soon as I got diagnosed, I started on it.
Okay. And
Yes.
contrast for me how you were feeling right before you got on Mito and how you were feeling changed as you started using, going through those weeks leading up to the operation.
Well, before Mito, you know, I was weak. I couldn't really breathe too much or do too much. But once I started using Mito, I had got energetic and started doing things, you know, normal things I usually do.
Okay.
So that was a very good thing.
Okay. And now, when they were having the operation, they were expecting to do what in that operation?
Just remove the tumor,
Okay.
the part that where the cancer was growing.
Okay. How big was that tumor?
It was a quarter, and then it grew into like a dime more.
Okay. Somewhere between a quarter and 50 cents. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now they do the operation. They're expecting it to be much worse than it was.
Yeah.
Okay. But when they take that tumor out, they found what?
They found out that it was no more, it didn't spread anywhere. You know, normally it would have spread, but it didn't spread nowhere. Like they took it out, it was no more left.
Mm-hmm. There was no live cancer
It
cells.
was a miracle. Yeah, he said it was luck, but I told him it was Jesus and the Mito product. Because normally it would have went to my bones and to my brain,
Okay.
but it was gone after they cut that out.
So they just basically removed the remains of the tumor, and otherwise you were healthy.
Right.
So how are you feeling today?
I feel great.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Okay, that's part one. You can get part two on more Mito info in your back office. Now, let's normalize this conversation about cancer like I did on Saturday. Everybody on this call got cancer right now. Why did you not know that? Well, because no one talks about it.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about it after it blows up and becomes obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Your body has 40 trillion cells or more, depending on what size you are. How can those copy themselves constantly and not make mistakes? It happens all the time, and some of those mistakes are straight cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Your immune system has been so effective at taking those out that you never do any of that. The only time you find out is when it fails to do so, that cancer attracts a blood supply and explodes. But it kills more cancer than anything. Your body. Specialized cells, the whole cadre of them, are going after these kinds of things. And what I like to talk about the NK, the cell stands for natural killers. They're terminators, just like in the movie. They hunt 24/7, and they plan to kill those pathogens and cancer cells when they find them. They attach themselves to that cell, inject the toxin into it to kill that cell. And if you search for it, you can see the same videos on the internet that I did. Okay? Showing how your body is constantly doing that. It's a very energetic process, obviously. It's got to reload, go find another cell, do it all over again. Okay? So I surmise that because we are amping up this cellular energy that you have lost a lot of, right? You dramatically increase their chances of success. Okay, so, but you don't have to take my word for it. You can research it too. All right? Okay, now let us talk about Barbara Smith, who I just talked to this evening, okay, before this call. Barbara was recovering from chemo, and this story gives me a chance to call some things out that I really want to talk about in any instance. When you have any serious condition, there's a psychological component to it also. You know that if you're in chemo and all, there's going to be a draining physical experience, but it's affecting your brain. you got high blood pressure. Your brain ain't the same. Okay? It's a problem that you experience, and you may not even know that. So I think you'll benefit from hearing Barbara's story. We're going to play two parts. Here comes part one. I've got the pleasure of speaking with Barbara Smith. Barbara, please tell me what your health concerns were before you were introduced to Mito.
I was dealing with cancer at stage 2, and it was chemo that made me sick, throwing up diarrhea, didn't want to do anything, and I only had 6 months treatment, and even after the 6-month treatment, I never felt the same. My body was never the same. So I was in fact looking for something to get the chemo out of my body because I know that what was making me feel that way, not normal, not to my normal self.
Okay, so besides that, you're not feeling well. Did you have any other health concerns?
Yeah, I had diabetes, but the diabetes was because of the medication with the chemo. So
Okay. All right.
that was it.
Since you have been on Mito, what, if anything, has changed in your health, or have you felt differently?
I don't get tired like I did before. I have a lot more energy.
Mhm.
I started back sweating. I wasn't able to sweat.
Really?
My
Interesting.
fingernails cleared up.
What did they look like, Barbara? What were your nails looking like?
They were brown from the chemo treatment,
Okay.
and my last treatment was in September, and this is March.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. So how soon after you began on Mito did you notice anything started to change, and what was the first thing that you noticed?
well, the first thing was I was on the Mito for like about 3 days, and I noticed that I didn't go to the bathroom 5 or 6 times at night.
Mm-hmm.
I just went like maybe once.
Mm-hmm.
I had to always urinate, even when I was drinking something, any kind of fluid, it came in and went out. Now my body is hydrated. It doesn't just go through my body.
Okay. All right. What else have you noticed?
I noticed that my appetite, I can eat now without feeling bloated and feeling, my stomach getting big. My stomach is not protruding. My stomach went down, and I use the bathroom regular now. It's not like diarrhea anymore. It's regular.
Okay. Your energy level?
Oh, it's through the roof. I actually now, when I was reading on the things that we should do while we're taking the Mito, we need to get sunlight and we need to exercise. So I'm able to walk an hour in the sunlight. I wasn't able to do that before. I was barely able to walk to the mailbox and back.
Mm.
But now I can walk. I don't walk fast. I take my time and walk, and I have my fluids with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't get tired.
You got to be feeling good about all of that.
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm excited about it. That's why I'm trying to tell everybody I know, and I make sure that I don't miss taking my products.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, there's a psychological component to this. Like I said, it is messing with your brain when you're going through that kind of treatment. Let's see how Barbara says. Just anything you notice emotionally, any of that. Okay, Dale, it's your turn. Mine failed.
All right. And here we go.
Just anything you notice emotionally, any of that.
Oh yeah, I definitely was able to not be jittery. The jitters like went away. Like I want everything to be rushed, hurried up. You know, it's like I'm having more patience. I'm learning how to de-escalate,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that is Ooh, you can ask my oncologist. I used to get them. I don't know why they didn't kick me out of the treatment. Whatever I'm starting, I'm noticing that I'm completing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to juice, the juice, and sometimes I can just drink the juice, and just leave it there for later. But now I clean up. You know, everything is more organized in my head, and I do it in action, not just in my head. Before, I can organize things in my head, and I didn't have the strength or the energy to do the action part. Now I can do both. It's organized in my head, and I got the strength and the energy to go ahead and finish my task.
All right. But we call that emotional intelligence. Okay? It's like
Okay.
that seems to be the shock absorber now between you and things that might annoy you and set you off. That sound familiar?
Yes.
All right. And then you're mentally better organized, and you can start and finish things because it's not like you're losing track of it. It's like it's obvious what you got to do next, and you have the energy and you have the initiative to go do it.
Right. And I didn't have that before. I would look at it, know I gotta do it, know exactly step by step what I have to do, but I just didn't have the it was like you just want to lay down. When you do chemo, you just want to you got to have something to replenish yourself, and if you don't know what to replenish yourself with, you don't have any energy. You can't do anything.
Yeah. So
So
you got it back now, and maybe more.
yes.
Go Barbara. All right. All right. Thank you again for sharing that. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hill.
All right. Okay, so you're going to get challenged in a major way when you have a serious condition like that going through serious treatment. It is going to have an effect on your brain. Your brain's going to need some help. But now, you know where you can find it. And then, do we charge extra for that emotional intelligence they get anyway?
We do not. It is free on us.
All right. Unadvertised special.
Right.
Okay. So, I'm going to sum this up in a minute, but I want to get Dr. Joy. Give me Dr. Joy. Okay.
Right here.
Dr. Joy, you with me?
Yes, sir.
For a reason that I will
I am.
disclose shortly, tell me the most nutritious way for people to prepare and consume broccoli.
Well, when I heard you say that, Roger, my pen got busy. I decided to write the recipe that I've seen on many a salad bar. And maybe you have too, but maybe you skipped it. It was a broccoli salad. And yes, I've made it at home. You could roast it in the oven, yes, and eat it as a snack. And always get the organic one now. Get the organic broccoli, cut it in little small florets, I'm going to say, and roast it, and it could just be crunchy. Okay. But guess what? What if you didn't roast it and you stirred it in with a lot of the foods that feed the good bacteria in your gut that would kind of help keep the cancer cells from developing and growing in the first place? This is what they do on that salad bar. They add to the broccoli, what? Cranberries, without the sugar, of course, dried cranberries, the broccoli florets. You could stir in some kefir or yogurt instead of the mayonnaise. Okay. Don't forget those walnuts. This is all working on your behalf. Some chopped red organic onions, pinch of cayenne, of course. Oh, yeah, this is sounding really, really good. And you stir and toss that all together. You're going to have a really, really good salad. And you could eat that as a snack anytime. Almost could eat it as a dessert. That's the broccoli is in that family of cruciferous vegetables that attack cancer. And so it's amazing. This salad, you'll come to love it. There are some other good things we could put together, Roger.
Okay.
What about?
I just need the broccoli this time. I just need the broccoli.
Okay.
We gotta save something next time. Okay. All right, because I have a specific reason. I have a specific reason I'm calling out broccoli.
Yeah.
30 years ago, doctors and scientists at Johns Hopkins up the road from me here in DC discovered something about broccoli. It has something called sulforaphane. Now, it's not that that's in it. It's got the two precursors to it. And those precursors combine and come out when you take broccoli and more of the sprouts. It's more of it actually in the sprouts than it is in the stem or the top part of it. But if you chop it up, take that and chop it up, those two things come together. It's like they're like stored there, encapsulated. But when you chew it or you chop it up, it comes out. And it is a potent signaler to cancer, to apoptosis, kill itself. Okay? And this research is so profound and so ignored, right? Because the pharmaceutical industry can't patent it, right? And because it's a little inconvenient, you can't easily put it in a capsule, the supplement industry has kind of ignored it too. You'll probably search for it and find some out there somewhere, but it's got to be put together just right. Dr. Lee, who's an MD, he's like one of my main food is medicine men, okay? Did a video on this on YouTube. I will put it in the attachments that'll be after this week and read it. You should check out the whole thing. I tried broccoli sprouts myself. On top of that, I got a sprouter here. I got to start growing. If you will check that out, you will find that this is an absolutely powerful stuff. It rivals anything that the doctors can do. But you can do it at home from a personal standpoint, right? Aren't you glad you come to calls like this? Right? Where do you get this information from? I don't get it anywhere. I just look it up myself and go give it to you. Okay? Because we're committed to this. We're committed to your overall health, not just our stuff, which is amazing. And we have constituents in our own technology that does the same thing. But you got to eat too. So why not eat the kind of things that will help make you healthy, be around a long time, help a lot of those folks in the process. You can do that. Okay? All right. So, again, I'll put Dr. Lee's video up as an attachment. You'll be able to get it 15 minutes after this call ends, along with everything else. Now, let's recap what we talked about tonight. Okay. First of all, our approach to wellness. We're not trying to be doctors of medicine. We're not doing it. We're not going to treat you that way. What we're saying is there's a way from food, and essentially that's what our preparations are. They're food, right? It's a nutritional toolkit that you can take that has things in it that restore your mitochondria. What's mitochondria, if you got on the call late? It's that part of your cell that produces that energy. You lost a lot of it by the time you're 60. You got half of it left, maybe. Less if you're older than that, okay? Our scientist, my partner, Dr. Bevan Ellis, has decoded, he figured it out. Figured out how to take things in nature, amp them up with this technology he made called XDS, and make them so powerful that you can get amazing results like you've been hearing on this call. Not by us curing or even trying to, but just growing back your mitochondria so you can find out how amazing your body really is and thank God for it, like you heard people do that I played the interview presented that way. I did a call with one of our reps, and one of the people on the call said, "Yeah, I heard y'all cure cancer and reverse autism in kids in 7 days." I had to stop them right there, and you should stop people right there too. Okay, loose lips, drink chips. Okay, that's not what we're doing. What we are doing is just regrowing the mitochondria.
Right.
If you're saying anything else, it's like you trying to take credit for God.
Right.
God made your body. God put all that in there. We just feed it. So let's stay in our
We're in
lane.
the mitochondrial
Okay?
business, not the
Stay in our
healing
lane.
business.
All right, now,
Your body knows how to heal itself.
more and more people are concerned about this topic. Several family members of mine got cancer. It's going to impact your family. Please get this information out to people. There's simple things you can do: exercise, eat, supplement your mitochondria. It can make a life-changing, in some instances, life-saving difference. But you decide. Okay? With that, Dale Bonet with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, the first thing to understand is where to get the product. You get these products at moremito.com, moremito.com, then a / type in your username and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your site because your name is at the top of the page. So is your phone number, so is your email, even your WhatsApp number if you put that into the system. And this is where you send people to your website after you've told them initially what you've learned, what you know, what you've experienced, and how it can impact them. They go to your website and they can listen to a selection of testimonials. They can read the ingredient list. They can read about XDS. There's a tremendous amount of information on your site, but the most important thing they can do is purchase. I've said it, I'm going to say it again. You cannot buy it from the company. They can only buy it from you. This is how they do it. They go to your website, they make the purchase, and start using our products to interact with their DNA. But listen, there's one more thing they can do, and that is join us. We've created a one-of-a-kind product line. You know that from what you've heard. Astounding things you heard on this call from the medical community commenting on things that they just can't even figure out. You've got the answer. We've got them here. We created a one-of-a-kind company to support that product line. There's no cost to join Moremito. We don't make you pay to tell other people about our stuff. You don't pay to be here on a monthly basis. There's no monthly fees. The website I just described, that's free. We provide that to you at no charge. And even if you decide, we hope you do decide to participate in our compensation plan, you're going to find it's like nothing you've ever seen. We don't pay commissions once a month or once a week or once a day. We pay every single time an order happens. Once you're a verified member with us, we've checked your email and your phone to understand that you are a real entity, not some scammer trying to get some money out of us. Once you're a verified member, then every time somebody buys something, your compensation is in your back office. If you've joined us as a referring customer, then you get MitoCash. It's internal. Use it to buy your product. Use it to pay for your shipping. Use it to send to other people. It's tremendous for folks outside the U.S. because they can purchase without worrying about the exchange rate on their currency. Tremendously powerful. But you can also upgrade to a paid rep. Guess what? There's no fee for that. You're probably seeing a theme. No fees, no costs, just action. You can upgrade to a paid rep. Now you're getting cash. You can use our system through Stripe connectivity, the most powerful and secure ACH system, to get it into your bank. Even if you don't live in the U.S., we can get it into your bank. Or you can send it to PayPal or your Venmo card. The point is this. Go listen to the testimony of Dan Wade. He had a purchase happen from his back office. His wife was spending the commission within 10 minutes from his Venmo card. We do things different, but we think we do things logically, a way that makes sense. And we've got a tremendous support staff to help you. Our help desk, best way to say it, the help desk, customer service, answers our phone 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. Look, if you call and you don't get a person, that means they're already on the phone with somebody. Leave a message. We're going to call you back. Nobody does that, but we do. You're not dealing offshore. You're not dealing with only way to reach us is email. You call, we're going to answer, and we're there to help you. You got a question about an order, we'll help you. You need help putting an order in. You need help with the way things are structured. You need a quick explanation, and you can't reach your mentor, then call us. We're here to make sure you're covered. So support like you've never seen. And so what have we got? Let's review. We've got a one-of-a-kind product. There is no choice of should I use more Mito or should I use this other stuff. There is no other stuff. It's only us. Let me tell you one other thing about XDS. It makes everything in your body more available for your body to use. You want the benefits of asparagus that you heard about tonight? Make sure you're taking more Mito. Your body's going to get even more of a benefit because of XDS. It becomes the base of everything that you do. Well, we've created a one-of-a-kind product line. We've created a one-of-a-kind company to support it. Look, we've done everything we can, except the one thing only you can do. Talk to the people around you. You are surrounded by people. Cancer's in all of us. At some point, it's going to explode like it did for Ron Long. 3 times on his head, skin cancer. And it's taken care of. You've got people surrounded. You're surrounded by people with blood sugar and blood pressure and eyesight issues and just general health issues. Their life could be better if the increase in their mitochondria has the impact for them it's had for so many others. So that's it, everybody. We're here to help you. We do these calls to get your questions answered. And look, we're all in this together. You know something now that most people don't know. Share it, and let's go, go, go. Roger, if I left anything out, let me know. I'm going to turn this back to you.
You did great, Dale. So yeah, we got 2 choices here, two options for you. You can take both of them if you like. The first one, like Dale was talking about, give the technology a try. Put it together with your DNA and see what your body comes up with. Maybe you've got a particular health concern or interest, or maybe you just want to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible. Either way, we are confident that regrowing your mitochondria can have a major impact on that based on our experience over the last 10 going on 11 years. Okay. The other thing is, more people need to hear what you've been hearing tonight. We're so uneducated when it comes to natural ways to protect ourselves. And you get a serious disease, everybody becomes an expert, and nobody knows where to turn. So to get the real information out that's been studied, confirmed, and all of that is very, very vital. Okay? So by all means, refer folks. Okay, we've created this risk-free opportunity to encourage you to do that. Cost you nothing to get involved with us or stay involved with us. We're that company that keeps health on 100 and hype on 0. None of that nonsense you see in network marketing companies. Okay? So again, if that appeals to you, by all means, affiliate with us and let's see what we can do together. Maybe you want to get your product paid for, maybe you got some other bills you want to pay, and you can do it all by helping yourself and other people at the same time. Okay. Star 5 on your phone if you've got a question or a comment you'd like to make. We're going to go to Q&A session now. So star 5 on your phone, wherever you might be. Got hands up already. Some more coming, I'm sure. And let's see.
I see Dr. Dan. I don't know if he wants to add something, Roger, or just wanted us to find him. But Dr. Dan has his hand.
Okay, let's go to Dr. Dan briefly while everybody else is getting their hands up there, raising up the board.
All right. We've unmuted you, Dr. Dan. Did you want to add something?
Yes, I do want to add something. We talked about it Saturday, but we left it off tonight. One of the best things you can do for yourself, along with taking more Mito, is learn to fast about 16 hours a day. You may only start off 12, so if you quit eating at 8, don't eat again at 8 in the morning. Not hard to do. But you want to get where you stop at 7 or 8 and don't eat to noon or 1 o'clock. The last few hours is really important on building more mitochondria and really getting rid of the fat stores. And cancer grows in the fat stores. So add that along with eating low carb to avoid the sugar that feeds cancer. You lose weight, but you also do help detoxify by the fast. And detoxification is essential for avoiding cancer and overcoming cancer. So I wanted to add that, Roger.
Yeah, I endorse that. I fast probably 18 to about 22 hours every day. So I eat one meal a day. Didn't start out like that. I started out with 2, and then I worked my way down to 1. But what Dr. Dan was telling you was really easy to do. Think about when you ate that meal at night. Let's say it's 7 o'clock. Let's say, well, by 7 o'clock in the morning, that's 12 hours. So if you delayed eating another 2 hours, you got 14 hours. If you just get breakfast all together and go straight to brunch, you got a few more hours. And if you can pull that last meal forward, you can get it, way on up there. It means a lot to your body being able to, get rid of senescent cells, renew mitochondria, all of that stuff. Mitochondria really respond to that. That's why I studied it so much.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Dan.
I had to go back to it. I really like it. Once you get going, folks, you'll feel lighter, more energetic, and it actually doesn't take away from muscle. It actually helps build muscle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
All right. Faith blessings. Sounds like a good idea to me. New York.
Faith, I've got you unmuted. Go ahead with your question. Faith, we don't hear you. You may need to unmute your phone.
Number ends in 6643. Maybe that was a different name. Okay. So we'll come back.
All right, we'll have to come back.
Jerry.
Who's next?
Jerry in New York.
Jerry, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello. I had a question about whether or not there's somewhere we can read the information. Somebody told me his wife is not a good watcher of videos and listening to stuff. She wants to read the information. Is there anywhere where I can direct?
Are you already affiliated with us?
Yes.
Okay. In your back
Yes,
office, there's a link that says share more mito info. Okay?
I just sent them to my more mitochondria story. I just sent them to
you gotta finish listening.
Go ahead.
When you go to share more mito info and you click on that, the menu opens up. The second item is share audios, videos, and docs. Docs as in stuff you can read. Okay?
Okay.
There's a category there for more mito story. So click on more mito story, and there's a document in there that goes through every ingredient we have and relates it to all the stuff we're talking about in terms of regrowing mitochondria, protecting mitochondria, growing stem cells, enhancing your endogenous antioxidants. Those are the important ones your body makes, etc. You got that. Then you also have, when you go to the website, you click on, just go to the people product page, right? Go to people, select, you got a choice of select products rather. You'll have a choice between people and that. And that where you see restore mentioned or base brain and body mentioned or rejuvenate mentioned, that's a live link. You click on that, you go to a 6 or 8 page PDF and read it all you want. Okay? And the information is there in all 3 cases, as well as if you'll choose to do that on the internet, there's live links that go with it. They'll let you listen to people talking about their experiences and whatnot. So we do have that. So give that a try, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Jerry.
Absolutely. Great question. Great question, Jerry.
All right. Alfonso Burnham.
Alfonso, I have unmuted you. Number ends in 9885. Go ahead with your question. Alfonso, 9885. Michigan. You're going to need to unmute. We're going to have to come back, Roger.
Okay.
Alfonso is
I'm
not
teasing
there.
because I fell asleep before one of these calls. You had to wake me up one time. Okay. But Benita Wilkins, unknown.
All right, Benita.
Somewhere unknown.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for taking my question. Praise the Lord, everybody. I have a quick question. As I'm getting my third bundle, I wanted to know to control pain and to increase repairing mitochondria, if I could just increase the rejuvenate the cream only, putting that all over my body as opposed to the capsules and the oil.
Okay.
Could you speak on it?
Okay. Let me
She's
respond.
asking, can she do this
Here's the way this
instead
is.
of using a whole
This
bundle?
particular set of
which
formulations
also includes
wasn't
this.
developed like most are, where you have a particular supplement for a particular thing. Okay? All of our
Please
products
listen.
are designed to affect mitochondrial regrowth. Okay?
All of
Maintain
these.
them better. And do all the stuff that you got to do along with it, like also bring back your antioxidants and so forth. So that's why we package them in bundles and give you a discount on it, because we know in order for you to get the best effect out of it, you need to take all of them. All right, now that said, for whatever reason, maybe expense or maybe in some people's cases, not necessarily talking about you, they just don't like to take oil because their mama made them take cod liver oil when they were little. They say they grew up, they never take another oil in life. Okay, that's all that happens. So if that's the case and you have to take one, yes, you will get a benefit from that one. In some cases, that benefit will be really good. All right, but this is a case of 1 + 1 + 1 is way more than 3 when you put them all together because of the way they're designed to overlap and work in ways that will accommodate the differences between people. Like some people might respond to one thing, not another, and so forth. So we need 44 ingredients in Restore and a bunch more at Brain and Body, some even more on top of Rejuvenate. And plus, with Rejuvenate, you're encouraged to take a teaspoon or more of that oil, the Restore, and put it in the Rejuvenate, shake it up. So now you got all 44 of those ingredients in Restore coming through the skin, and you can put it right where you need it. Okay, so that's kind of the background information. You can, if you use any of the stuff, it's definitely a step in the right direction. But we do encourage you to use them all if you possibly can. Okay.
Okay, I hear you. Yeah, they're all synergistically working together. I do understand that. It's just that I was having more pain from MS, and the cream I could put it on, and it stops it right away. It's magnificent. Thank you so much. And I think add the oil, the Restore into the Rejuvenate, and
So
I
she
know
put this in here.
they both work with and without the oil in there, and so I just wanted to, as I'm the symptoms change daily, and so I just was going to
So
hit it hard.
right. So
with that,
when
but
you,
I'll put this everything.
right, I'll just offer
do
you
it.
just one more thing. A lot of the pain we're getting is coming from failing mitochondria or inflamed mitochondria, right? And so when you have Restore working from the inside out, even though you're feeling that relief right away when you put it on, going through the skin, there's some internal things going on that go on better when you ingest it internally. So I'll leave it at that. I do understand you understand what I'm saying, so I'll let you
Yes,
take
I
it
do
from there.
understand. I get it, and that's why I put in a call for it to Dr. Joy, because I know I can take some things out of my diet also. I'm in a rehab place where I'm challenged with what's being introduced to me. So I just I need to get my chia seeds and flax seeds and not have any raisin bran, even though it's dry at all.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You do a screenshot and send that number over to Dr. Joy.
Yep, I got it.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Benita.
Continue blessing.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Baggett Johnson or Johnson Baggett in California.
One or the other. I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question. Number ends in 732.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So, I have tried to clear my cache so that I can share when I go in the back office and I get all the way, to where I want to share. I click share, and it says to choose a name or put a name in or something like that. Click on that, generate a link. I get nothing. I can't do anything. So I was told to clear the cache.
Okay.
I did that on
I
my
got it.
phone. Yeah.
Okay, let me respond. Delete the app and put it back. Okay? You know how to do it. Use the username and password for your More Mito site to get back into it. Answer the 2 questions. Okay? Now, when it comes up, it's going to ask you for access to your contacts. You must answer in a positive to that, because when you get to where you're going to send it out, if the app does not have permission, you won't be able to send over any contact. Now that may or may not be an issue with you, but I wanted to call it out for everybody else listening.
Try that.
In case it is, we've seen that.
Okay.
Okay. So do that. I mean, clear your cache is talking about the browser. That's not the same with the mobile app you're dealing with. So it's just, not the right advice. But try that and let's see what happens. Call customer service if you still need help, or your upline who may know more about it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All righty.
Fantastic.
All right. Gamble and Huff. Yeah, Gamble and Huff. No, actually, Gamble and Ladine and Larry. Go
I
ahead.
think it's Ladine and Larry Gamble. We
Yeah,
unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, thank you. I have a question. I lean more on the Rejuvenate. My question is, how does Rejuvenate work in the body? And does it affect the mitochondria? And what is it what are the ingredients in the Rejuvenate that work on the body, or is it just specifically designed just for the skin?
Okay. Are you already affiliated with us?
Yeah, I am. Since December, end of December.
Okay, so I need to know that, so I know you have a back office as opposed to one of the.
I do have a back office. Yeah, I
okay,
do.
So in your back office, as I said to someone earlier, you have these PDFs for Rejuvenate. It does talk about it in there, but I'm gonna give you a synopsis right now. Okay. So yes,
Ingredients on the
Rejuvenate does
bottles too.
affect your mitochondria. All of them do. Okay, but the other ones have a lot more ingredients and a lot more ways to come at it. So if you're just using Rejuvenate, you're not benefiting from all those other ways. And honestly, that is what sets us apart from everything else. We didn't just figure out how to get this stuff. Dr. Elliott didn't just figure out how to get this stuff in. He figured out that a broad range of them is what was needed. And we simply can't get all of that in one place or in one form. You got water solubles and brain and body, you got oil solubles and Restore, right? And then the unique thing about Rejuvenate, as one of those calls was alluding to, is that you can put some of that Restore in that oil, shake it up, and you can put it right where you need it. It doesn't have to find its way through the body. So most things need to do that, okay? So that's designed to work differently. It's designed to be transdermal, as in carry nutrition through the skin. So that's the unique superpower, let's call it, of Rejuvenate, okay? And it just really nourishes. If you can look at what's in all our formulations, like 2 parts of it. Part of them are potentiating Rejuvenate, and others are nourishing or feeding your body some specific nutrition that it needs. Like in Restore, we got this stuff in there for the gut that we talked about on Saturday, butyrate, for example. Amazing stuff we got. And also,
The Restore is the oil, right?
Yeah, all of these polyphenols that in all these formulations coming from plant sources are things your gut bacteria just love. So if you only are using, let's say, Rejuvenate, you're not getting that benefit. And it's important for your long-term health. If not the issue you're dealing with now, the next one that you don't want to have. Okay? So just be aware of that. Make your choices.
Okay, I get that. But the thing about it is the brain and body, I can't take it, because whenever I take those capsules, it started to cause me to have acid reflux.
To it. Okay, so let's try. That one
acid
out.
reflux, something in it. I think turmeric is in it, and turmeric causes me to have acid reflux. So it's the oil and the rejuvenate is what I order, right?
Okay.
And I do mix that oil with the rejuvenate, and I know that that rejuvenate works because I can get rashes like from using industrial soap to wash my hands, and I can put that on it. It makes it go away. The itching goes away. But I also use it on my face, right, and neck. I use it there, and I was just wondering, when I use it like that, just think for instance, I use it at night and in the morning on my face. Can I also use my regular skin products on my face, or should I just use that? Just to
I'm gonna leave that
rejuvenate.
choice up to you. I put it on my face all the time. I put it on during the course of this call, and
What does
it's
it
just
do for the
amazing
face?
stuff.
What does
And
it do?
well, it does great. I don't use anything else. I don't use anything
but what
else.
is it good for? What is it good for when you put it on the
It
face?
is good for, this is my answer, it is good for nourishing your skin, right? And activating pathways in there that just don't tend to because it's not being nourished properly, right? Because you got to look at it that way. We're potentiating or enhancing these mitochondria, and we're feeding these cells nutrients that they really use because of the way it's been delivered with this XDS technology that one way or another is in all these products.
Okay.
You know, it's simpler.
Okay.
It's simpler than we think. It's
Okay.
just that Dr. Elliott did the hard part in making his discovery about XDS and putting it together what he did. But we just got to feed it because that's all it is. We are nourishing, right? And that's all that intelligence to make all those things happen that you love are inherent in the way your body works.
Okay. So by me not being able to take the brain and body, and I'm just using the oil and the rejuvenate, I'm not getting the full benefit of the technology. Is that correct?
Well, you're not getting the water soluble, okay, but you know, you can go a long ways with the two you got. You got to work with what you got, okay? And,
Right.
And there's overlap. That's the thing. See, there's overlap between all of these. There's significant overlap between brain and body and restore. The difference is that, like, you'll look on the label and you see some of the same ingredients on brain and body
did.
also in.
Yeah, I
right?
did.
You notice that, right? But here's where
I
they're not
did.
the same. The ones in the oil are arrived at with an oil extraction. So those components that are soluble are coming out. But that leaves behind some of that same components that are water soluble. Turmeric, for example, okay? Turmeric isn't just oil based. You see it in the oil, right? But we can also pull out some water soluble stuff. So we're giving you the full benefit of that turmeric like that. And by the way, there's two different kinds of turmeric. One is a whole lot more expensive than the other. We got both in there. Okay? So there's some sophistication about this that, you know, unless you're a geek about it like we are, you don't necessarily need to know. But it's not a simple thing. This is why we're getting this effect that you don't hear anyplace else. I mean, Bevan's a serious dude when it comes to putting this together. He seriously overachieved. He's gone deeper in this than apparently anybody else has. And we're all benefiting from it.
Okay. So the oil that's in the what you call it? the oil.
Restore.
The restore. The oil that's in there, is that basically did you say that was the difference between the capsule and the restore? The brain and body and the restore was because it has the polyphenols in there. I think that's it. The same thing
Yeah,
with
the
the olive oil.
polyphenols in both of them, but the thing
That's
is
the olive oil,
that,
correct?
yeah, the olive oil has a ton of them in there. Black seed has a ton of them in there. I mean, you go down that list, there's many polyphenols in there. So it's helping you on many levels. They have specific effects. They have the general effect in that you gut bacteria level. And they respond to that.
Okay. All right. I think I got a clear picture about how it works. Because I was really concerned about because I love the cream. And I'm using it faithfully, but I just was wondering, will it affect the mitochondria which is inside of our bodies, as much as it
Yeah.
does on the
Okay, let me
surface.
let me stop you right there.
That's what we're doing.
Just
Right.
hear the part I was telling you that all of our products affect mitochondria. That's the whole
Okay.
premise, right?
Right.
Every single one. But it's affecting
Alright.
them. You can look at it in two ways. You've got part of those that are totally about restoring mitochondria and corollary things. Like we got to bring back the antioxidants the body makes at the same time. Okay, all those mitochondria related functions are in those constituents. But then in some instances, there are ingredients in there because a specific organ likes or needs those. I gave you butyrate for your gut, for example. That's not in there for your eyes, okay, or your brain. It's in there for
Yeah.
your gut, okay.
Okay.
And then and vice versa, specific ingredients in there that are more for your brain or more for your eyes, okay, that's something else. So we're generally mitochondria specific, but we're also organ specific with all these different ingredients. We gotta touch them all because you can have a problem in any of them, right? So there you go.
And one more question. And the Bacopa, the BACOPA, that's in the brain and for the brain and body. Because I know Bacopa is for memory. It's the memory of the brain. I saw that in the Restore, but is it also in the oil? Wait a minute. I'm trying to get the product correct.
Restore
Is
the oil.
it also
Okay, so
in the other two products?
Right. So here's what you can appreciate, and I'll let you go. What you can appreciate is that there's no effect that Bevan is trying to get that he relies on a single ingredient for. Okay? So the other ingredients in there that are really great for your brain that are not Bacopa. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you're not getting that doesn't mean you're not getting some impact on your brain. It's just that one particular factor. So there are people that can take it. They just don't respond to it as well. So we gotta have a multifaceted matrix kind of an approach to this, which is what we got. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me let you go. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Call us back and let's talk some more offline if you like. Okay. All right. Okay. So moving right along, that was interesting. We got an unknown caller in San Francisco. Is that Biat? Sometimes he comes in from.
I bet that is Biat. Let's go see. Unknown caller in San Francisco. I have just unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, it's Pete from England. Hello.
Pete.
Hello.
I'm glad you pronounce it like that because even say Pete and then say Biat.
I got a question regarding hearing. My hearing is not as good. I had hearing aid and I get rid of it, but I believe I have heard a bit better lately. But when I did the hearing test yesterday, they could not see much changes. But I believe that moremito.com can restore my hearing to the level I was years ago. Would you agree with me that?
Well, I believe that it's going to be beneficial for your hearing. You got to try it and find out how it works out in your case. Because you know we've had many people with great results from it. So the suggestion I make is take some of the drops of Restore and drip those drops right in your ear. You know, you can rejuvenate all around the ear, but further, you can drip it right in your ear. So that's how the lady who lost her hearing for 37 years got it back on the second day of doing that, as I recall.
So if I put rejuvenate on my ear every day a lot, then that will improve my hearing.
Rejuvenate around your ear, but hear the other part I said. Take the oil with a drop and put those drops of oil right in your ear.
Yeah.
Let it go. The lady here decided to let it roll back up in there. And one lady said she did that and she took some rejuvenate and kind of plugged it up so it wouldn't roll back out. Okay, I don't know. I thought it would get absorbed, but get it in, okay? Be creative.
Yes. So I have to do it a lot more. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. What time is it in England right now?
What time? It's 3:30.
3 o'clock in the morning.
in the morning.
Yeah, about 3:30, not quite yet. All right.
All right, good deal.
They're serious
That's
about their
correct.
health. 3:30
Good
Hear
a.m.
your voice, Steve.
and they're on the
Okay,
conference
Marcia
call.
Bell.
That's
Marcia
serious about your
Bell,
health.
y'all know her. She's the lady that makes sure y'all get paid.
Yeah, I know her too. Marcia, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm just enjoying this call tonight. And I just wanted to add something, and especially the lady that was talking about the face. So that even made me more encouraged to make a comment on that, because I use the Rejuvenate along with the Restore on my face. And I get so many compliments on my skin. And I do have a good diet that, that helps to keep me
get
good skin. But I
compliments
must say,
as
the
well.
Rejuvenate and the Restore just seems to seal it, and it's gotten firmer. I really, even my neck area, and even skin tags, anything like that, it just takes those off. Little bumps that I've had on my skin, that those come off, those diminish. And I do want to mention again, if anybody has a burn or any skin defects or something like that they might want to treat. I did have a serious burn on the inside of my wrist. Took a picture of it. It's quite serious. And when I used the Restore along with the Rejuvenate, kept the Band-Aid on it and kept applying it. After a few weeks, a scab formed, and then after that scab came off, there was brand new skin under that scab and no mark whatsoever. You can't even tell that there was even a burn there.
I saw it.
Awesome.
Yes.
If you go to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie and go on a playlist and
You can't
go under
tell
burns,
which wrist,
you can see my results from a burn.
I don't know if anybody has ever seen that has a burn as serious as that one was.
Steam burn. It was a steam burn. That's why it was so bad.
One of the worst that you can ever get. And I tell you, not only that, after the burn, when I cooled it off, I ran some cool water over it and cooled it off, but it was stinging. Of course, the burn hurts. And I mean, it's like it was still on fire. And when I put that Restore and Rejuvenate on it, it took the pain out. That's the thing that was so wonderful. It took the pain
You have a burn,
away.
this takes the pain out quick.
So I just wanted to tell people, if you know somebody that's been burned, or if you ever burn yourself, or even sunburn, now the weather is getting warmer, we're coming up into summertime, put that on your skin to help protect you, because it is a wonderful product to have. And also for inflammation, if you have any inflammation, I had a back injury years ago, and sometimes I get inflammation from that area. And sometimes I would just put the Rejuvenate and Restore on in the morning, and sometimes at night before I go to bed. But I realized I was not applying it often enough. So if you are having effects like that, apply it more often. Go after it. Chase it down. And I tell you, the pain will go away. As far as I know, it's very effective for me. So I hope that helps somebody with this call.
Sure did. Thank you, Marcia.
You're welcome. And one other thing I might add is paying out the commissions. I want to encourage people to please choose PayPal, Venmo, or Stripe, because we are moving away from ACH. It's not as efficient as we'd like it to be. So please choose one, Stripe, Venmo, or PayPal, because the time is winding down for us to move away from the ACH method that you use. And I think you'll like Stripe. If you use it, please sign up for it.
All right, thank you, Marcia.
You're welcome.
Okay, yep, we're gonna sunset the domestic ACH. We call it international ACH with Stripe, right? But those of you who are getting it through the bank, you gotta wait 5 days. It's a mess. It's real time when you go the other way with Stripe or any of those others. Okay, so how about Alphonse? See if Alphonse in Battle Creek is
all right, Alfonso, are you with us? Number ends in 9885. Battle Creek, Michigan. Nope, we don't have
that.
Alfonso.
I've seen it light up. If you're struggling to do it,
are you there?
Here he is. Come on.
All right, thank you.
I am his wife, Karen.
Okay,
I
Karen.
would like to know which products and how to use the products for heart failure.
Okay, here's the interesting thing, the way I'm going to answer this. You use it the same way you use it with everything else, and I'm not trying to be facetious.
Use
It's
all
about
three.
feeding your cells all of this stuff
Mm-hmm.
that's going to signal your mitochondria to grow. Now, here's the connection to your heart. And Dr. Dan and I were searching the organs that had the most mitochondria, knowing that that's where the highest concentration are. We're trying to figure out which had the most. Well, the top three are heart, brain, and eyes. So we believe that this accounts for this extraordinary results we get with people's hearts. We got, numerous examples of people with heart failure and their hearts came back after we fed or they had consumed all of it. Okay, so you got components in restore, you got components in brain and body, you got components in rejuvenate as well. Okay, and all of them encourage your mitochondria to grow, and as a result, it's been like ridiculously awesome. When you're, I don't know, have they measured your heart? Do you have a number that they told you your ejection fraction was?
Yeah. Well, it came up from like 26 to it's at 40, but I just recently was told that my BNP, if I'm saying that right, that my heart has gotten worse, and I do have a pacemaker.
Okay. Are you on Mito already?
No, I just ordered it.
Okay, so just all you gotta do is take it. It's a high-tech salad dressing, as I like to call it, super safe. You can take as much as you want. And we have had that reverse. They give you 5 years to live between 20 and 30, right? We brought back people back from 15. By restoring
Isn't that
mitochondria.
awesome?
So, just take it. That's all. You want it to work even faster, take a lot more of it.
Okay, so it's okay to rub the rejuvenate over the area where the heart is.
Yeah, and I honestly don't understand how it could go through the muscle wall to affect anything, because that's like counterintuitive to me. But yes, because people with issues with their esophagus say they put it on there and it makes a difference. So I'm just going with it. But by far, you're gonna get you use and restore and renew brain and body internally. That's huge, and certainly to rejuvenate with some restore mix in it is great for anything, including unexpected compliments.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And Roger, let's remember that Ron Long started using our product 1 month after his pacemaker was put in.
Yeah.
And his doctors told him he'd be on his back for 3 months, and he scared him. Great story to listen to. It's in the testimonials. I scared my doctors because I walked into their office after 1 month, and they said, "How can you even be up?" And so, can it help? Listen to the testimonials. Depending on how it interacts with your DNA, it could be great.
Now, Ron was on it before he had that operation, too. He just did, resumed a month after. So he was on it before, as I recall. But anyway.
Okay.
It's all good. Okay, Karen, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Maria Woodson.
All right, Maria, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to add voice to what Marsha was saying about addressing the lady that wanted to know about using the Rejuvenate on her skin. Yes, you definitely can use it. You should use it on your skin. It makes a fantastic moisturizer. You can also use the Restore on your skin. You mix the two of them together as well. Our Restore and as well as the Rejuvenate has a lot of different supplements in there that are going to help to boost your mitochondria in your skin. And when your skin is being fed properly, that's going to produce the energy that's going to produce that hyaluronic acid, your elastin, right? That hyaluronic acid, that is what gives your skin moisture from the inside. Your body produces it anyway. Your body produces elastin. Your body produces the ceramides. Those are the building blocks. And so this is what's going to help your skin look firm. So when you take the Restore, when you use the Rejuvenate on your skin, it's going to go down through the various layers of the skin. And this is why we have so many people saying, hey, my skin looks so much better. This is why you start getting so many different compliments. And so that's what you want. So definitely, please do use it. You will see a huge difference. Use it all over your body. Use it for stretch marks. Use it for those bat wings that we ladies know what they are. So yeah, you definitely want to use it. It's going to do you a whole lot of good, and you'll see a huge difference. So I just wanted to add to that.
Wow.
Great
Thank
stuff.
you, Maria.
That was awesome from Maria.
Fantastic.
We got to extract that so people can hear it over and over again.
Right.
That was awesome.
That's right.
Okay. Got a wireless caller. It's Charlotte, North Carolina, Queen City. I went to school there for a year and a half.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
All right, wireless caller, give us your name and ask your question. Wireless caller ending in 9512.
Oh, my name is Judy, and I am in Charlotte. But I had a two-part thought and question. First thing, I have a son that has had terrible migraines, severe migraines for about 14 years. Nothing the doctor has given him has helped. And
Been there.
he started using
This is what helped me.
More
This
Mito,
first.
9 days ago. And
Because they
he's
didn't
had
have
a
this.
migraine maybe once, and
After they had this, it was even better.
Rejuvenate with the Restore in it,
Mm-hmm.
and the headache left. It went away. And so this is so amazing because nothing has worked for him like this. So I'm just tickled that he's seeing some results. Plus his skin is clearing up. Around his eyes was really dark, and that's all clearing up too. So, and he has more energy. He's actually getting out to bed more. And so it's just been wonderful. So thankful that we discovered more Mito. Now the second thing is, on the other hand, with myself using it, I had to back off how much I use, because each time I would take the brain or the Renew or the oil, I would get a slight headache. So I'm now down to just maybe just half of everything, and that seems to be doing okay. So I guess eventually I might work my way back up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
So
your body has to
will
get
go
used to
through
it.
That passes, you can bring it back up. I'm happy that you reported, because some people think like, oh, it's not working or it's bad. No, it's good. So whatever those toxins are that are coming out are between you and being as healthy as you can be. So, let them do what it needs to do. All right.
Right. Thank you much.
All right. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Great answer.
Did we do Badger Johnson, or they didn't answer?
Didn't answer.
Okay, go to Verlene Walker in Chicago.
All right, Verlene, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, yes, my question is about the Stripe. Now, is that something we need to get an account for, or to make payments, or to receive payments, like a merchant service?
To receive payment. So it's really an elegant implementation. When you go in there, you'll set up your own Stripe account. It puts you in Stripe and then brings you right back to your back office. It'll take a few minutes to do that, and you're all set. And that's a significant improvement over domestic ACH, because it would take us a week, 5 business days, to get that in place. And you make a mistake, we got to do 5 business days all over again, and we can't scale with it. It's mechanical. We physically have to make that translation between our back office and Wells Fargo. And when you go there, you're in control of the whole thing. It'll instruct you to set up that Stripe account. You come back to your back office, and you can turn right around and request funds if you're a paid representative and you want to do so.
Okay, so we can accept payments through Stripe from
commissions,
It's one of your payment options.
one of your payment options to receive commissions
Okay,
from
and-
Mormida.
And maybe that's what you meant, but the words could have implied something else, right? We're not telling you to get strikes so you can pay somebody. We're talking about
No.
you getting strikes so we can pay you.
Right.
Okay, and can other people pay us through as well through Stripe?
No, no.
No.
That account is associated with our ability to pay you. And if others have it, then you'll have to get another account with them.
Okay. All right. Thank you for
See,
clarifying.
rather than charging somebody, I'm trying to understand all of your questions, Berlene. Rather than somebody paying you for our product, you set them up with their own website underneath you, and they order from their own website. They don't pay you, they pay the website. You get your commission virtually instantly, and everything works the way it's supposed to. So we don't have anybody paying a person for the product.
No.
They get a website and run it through the system. And if we can talk more about that if you'd like to, it's up to you.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All
Great
right.
questions, great stuff. I'm sure other people have had those questions.
Yeah, absolutely. I like his username, Redula Cedric in Washington State.
This is great. Radula, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question. Radula, come on now. Number ends in 0890.
This is Rick. Can you hear me?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, just want to make sure. So two things. Well, one, I'm not in yet. This is my first call, and I appreciate the invitation by my friend Rani in Irvine, California. Rani and Al.
Yeah.
Two things. My wife is migraine, so I'm interested on what regimen she needs to follow to, take care of that situation. And then for me, personally, my doctor told me that my A1C is considered to be pre-diabetic. So that one I need to also take care.
Okay. All of these things respond to regrowing mitochondria. They're all things that your body is already trying to address, right? Our approach is that we regrow your mitochondria, raise your energy level way up, and voila, your body fixes you in ways that it couldn't do before. But that's kind of like straightforward. Like, how old are you?
I'm 58.
Okay. So you're
my
just about at
wife's
60
55.
right. You're all approaching 60 where the science says that you'll lose half your mitochondria. You've already, at 50, probably lost all your endogenous, half of your antioxidant protection that your body makes. All your glutathione, catalase, SOD, and the other 7 that your body makes are all going down. And your mitochondria needs those to protect them from the oxidation that is a natural process of creating energy. So our technology is targeted to bring all of them back at the same time. There's actually a document you get to in your back office. They'll give you take it right down to the specific ingredient studies and all that to back that up. But bottom line, you'll be doing your own study shortly when you take this stuff, because you will notice those kinds of things begin to happen. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you. I'll get back to Ronnie and Al. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome couple. Awesome.
Thank you, Rick. Great to have you with us.
Susan Mason from Battle Creek.
Susan, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Good evening. Here we are again. Thank you for a great call. I'm Suzanne, and I have a compliment
pronounces her
because
name
of the
different.
product. I have had psoriasis with multiple outbreaks, stressor related, all around the death of both my parents, 8 years apart. So I healed from one, and then the other passed, and so the last 5 years I've been left with a lot of skin issues, and this is my 7th day using all 3 products. I have had for about 30 years, because I've had psoriasis since 9 years old that I remember. I have had for at least 30 years a gray mask-like cover on my skin of my face, of all things. And I noticed this morning it is clearing away. I can see fresh, bright skin. I have a golden skin tone, and the new skin is just peering through so significantly and brightly. And so I just want to thank you. I wish I could hug you. It's been a trial for me because I'm very fair. And so on my legs, also, I've taken pictures last Monday when I got my product, and I will take pictures tomorrow, completing a week. Those scars are just healing away. And so it's just in time for a wedding, April 25th. So I really want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm sorry everybody doesn't get it. I'm listening to the calls. I'm listening to people struggling because this is such a simple system, but not. And, they tend to complicate it. Just use it is what I encourage. I've got some, secondly, ear inflammation going on right now. Outside my ear, I have put on the Rejuvenate and the Restore. And I've also eaten or swallowed the Restore. But this is 2nd day, and so I'm not sure. I had some deafness there. I just told you last week that my hearing came back clearly. But I think water has gotten into my ear, like from washing my hair or whatever, and it's just really been today and yesterday throbbing. So I'm still working with that. So I'm looking for that to resolve. Unless you have, anything other than saying use it, I'm willing to hear.
Yeah, so how many years did you say you had that skin condition that's clearing up?
I've had psoriasis, first of all, and since 9, in my scalp only and behind my ears. And then at some point about 30 years ago, my brother says, what's happening to your face? It's gray. And I never noticed, but then I took note. So for 30 years, I have had the gray mask. I actually have what men call a 5 o'clock shadow. I've had that forever. And you can just see the breakthrough already after 7 days today of the new skin coming through. And it caught me off guard because I wasn't looking in the mirror to look at my skin. I was just fixing my hair, and then my forehead was so bright. And that's where it was really discolored there, as well as my chin and my neck. So the chin, jaw, and neck, and like my mustache area. So that's why I call it a 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah. So 30 years of being rejuvenated in 7 days.
Y'all hear that? She's had it for 30 years.
I have taken
and after 7 days of getting on more Mito,
enlighten everybody
she's seeing that
else
change, a major change.
Happening, we believe, with people like Suzanne.
Yes.
So,
thanks, Suzanne,
some years ago,
for sharing that.
I was in Dallas and talking to a lady who had 2 tones to her skin, and I thought that it was like a birthmark. Sometimes people are born like that, where they got darker pigmentation one part and then another part not. And I hear from her 2 weeks later.
I remember this.
And she says, I've been using this product for 2 weeks, particularly to rejuvenate. And I was looking in the mirror, washing my face with a white cloth, and I saw this dark stuff coming off, and I knew my face was not that dirty. She gets in the mirror to see what it was, and she was experiencing what you just said. Those old damaged cells were coming off, being replaced by fresh new skin. Okay? That's our technology affecting the epigenetics. Okay, that's the switches on your DNA that turn some on and some off. Okay, and causing that to happen. Right? So you're replicating damaged cells. So those switches can be turned back the other way. You replicate fresh new ones, which is very cool.
Very cool.
So,
Yeah, give me a call. I have other things, but I don't want to take the time. So that would be great to hear from you. But I, again, thank you for your time here, and keep up the great work.
Awesome. Great having you on.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All righty. Wow, we're doing so good tonight, Dale.
Yes, indeed.
Great
Tremendous.
testimonials.
Of all these amazing people sharing their stories. Okay. So, okay, in the unusual names that I like to call, Makadam Shuku Glendale. I probably didn't do that right.
All right.
Maybe I'll help us
I
out.
want you. We're going to find out. I've unmuted you. Your number ends in 4071. Go ahead with your question and your pronunciation. Are you there?
Hi, do you hear me?
I do.
We do hear you.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you for receiving me. My name is Mariam Mogadam. I'm here from California, Los Angeles. I'm a health professional in psychology and nutrition. I have two clients. One has, few with autism, and one particularly with a very rare genetic syndrome called Langer-Gideon type 2, which is LGS for abbreviation. And they are very helpless, obviously, and they want to know if this can help them. I have heard already before I joined the product that it helps the autism, but I don't know about the other issue.
A lot of times people don't understand when you build your mitochondria
And if you could please
your body can fix itself
advise
from
me.
anything.
By the way, I have used it
And
for
they
a
keep
very
asking
short
about
time,
conditions.
and I have seen great results. Very obvious because I'm very conscious of the things that I'm taking. And it's just like day and night. I can say that. So I'm very.
You're talking about using Mito yourself? You're referring
Yes,
to? Okay.
correct. Just for the time being, only less than a week, I guess. Only the drop, the oil.
Restore oil.
But I noticed the change, and very, very precise in what area of the body, how much, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you and all your clients as well. So I don't have an interview that I've done with someone with that condition that you mentioned. That's kind of unique. But here's kind of how this works. We're not condition specific anyway. Again, all we're doing is regrowing the mitochondria, and we benefit from people like yourself and others like you've heard tonight and many more telling us what happened after they did that. Okay? Like that the autism, there was a person, a grandmother who used it on her child. We didn't know it. It had actually happened before, but I didn't realize that person was autistic until I went back and reviewed the thing later. But you see what I'm saying? So this process, though, is just enlightening us as to how amazing your body is. Your body already knows how to do all this stuff. You know, and it doesn't care what we call it. It already knows. It's just that we are provisioning it with this nutrition that lets it make these things happen. So all of these, idiosyncratic, when they know that something's wrong, but they don't know exactly what or why, it seems they excel at that, up to including things that are out and out declared incurable. Well, this is incurable. They tell them, okay, well, not anymore. Your body knows how to do that. So I'm really happy to have you try it with your patient and let us know. And we can add that to our knowledge base. Okay?
Sure, absolutely. Great. Thank you so much. And I would
Thank
definitely
you.
recommend them to try. Looking forward for next or whatever time for discussing more. Thank
Yeah. All right.
He's looking forward to the next
Thank
conference
you.
call,
Right now.
which
We'll
will
look
be
forward to it.
Saturday, 10:55
Okay.
a.m.
So,
Central Standard Time,
What
adjusted
is
to your
such a
time
good
zone.
call? I don't know why I'm not tired, Dale. I mean, like.
Neither am
You're
I. I'm
not
excited.
tired because you have the more mito in you, which gives
Okay,
you
we got the cell phone
energy.
caller up here in New York. Nassau.
I just drove back in from out of
All
town
right.
and
Cell
still
phone
have the
caller
energy to
ending
do
in.
this call
Yes, it
and this
does.
show.
Give us your name, ask the question. Cell phone caller. You may need to unmute. We got you.
Dorothy Brown?
Okay.
Hello, Dorothy.
Yes. Hi, family. How are you doing again? I'm calling tonight because I heard someone on there says something about the mito that they were taking and it made their head hurt. I just want to say, when it made my head hurt, it was because it lowered my blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, but it had lowered it, so I backed off it for a while, and then it came back normal. So it's still a good thing. At least you know that it takes your pressure down.
Yeah, so those of y'all that have high blood pressure, you need to get on it. Several people that have had high blood pressure have had tremendous results. Several have come off of their medications. So
Right.
you just
It
have to
did
try
in
it and see
you.
what it does
So
for you.
everybody's going to be different, but we're happy to know of your instance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I took it down. So all I did was backed off it for a while, you know, and then go back to it again as a natural.
Right.
So that's
Well,
all.
thank you for adding
Other
that.
than that,
Your body can easily have to go through an adjustment period. When I took brain and body for the first time, it was a little scary. I was unstable on my feet for about 5 hours.
Wow.
Like I was
It didn't do that to me. So you see two different people. You see how it responds different.
You know, but once I got past that, it's okay. Then when we came back and within the brain and body, same thing happened again. So I'm particularly, susceptible
So
to that. And I had to take
he's talking about when it was mine and performing.
brain and body for about 10
That's
days.
when it was mine and
I
perform.
couldn't take it too well.
And now it's back as redo body and mind, even improvements.
Well, I don't take it every day. I don't take it every day now anyway, because of that, I don't take it every day. But at least I know that it's good stuff, and on top of that, it's good for people that do have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
See, so that's the main reason I'm calling in. It's perfect.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. We really
Have a good
appreciate
night. God bless everybody. Stay safe.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
you. You will adjust over time. You'll take your body will make the adjustment it needs to make, and if it's toxicity, it'll get past it. Okay. How about Thomas Samuel, Richmond?
All right. I have unmuted you. Your number ends in 6810. Go ahead. Thomas.
Remember, guys, when you raise your hands to be, to be watching and listening to, when they call on you.
Rebecca Varela in Wilmington.
Let's do Rebecca. Rebecca, go ahead with your question.
Hi. I just have a couple comments I wanted to make. The lady, that said when she takes brain and body, she gets acid reflux. Well, maybe what you need to do is open the capsule and spread it on your food.
I didn't hear that.
It was the lady.
She said that.
Yeah, she gets something like acid reflux.
Yeah, she said.
The same one with the everybody. Wait.
No, let me correct that for you. No, you may be talking about Marsha. Marsha had acid reflux when she came to us.
That's not what she's talking about.
No, I thought
that other lady. She said that
her because it may have tumors or something.
Yeah, she said
and
it
so I was
caused
just going to
reflux.
say, here's what I was going to say. Whatever it does, whether all she needs to do is she can open the capsules and sprinkle it in her smoothies, or sprinkle if she's had rice, just sprinkle it on your food. helps no matter what. That's what I was going to say. And the last piece was, and which everyone has said, I stopped using $600 face cream because Warm Mito does far better than the $600 face cream with the rejuvenating.
There you go.
It picked, I had that big turkey neck. It shrunk that turkey neck. I'll tell you. All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Rebecca. Great stuff.
Thank you, Rebecca. No more turkey
All right.
neck. Okay. Joyce Green is right next to her on the panel. Might as well get Joyce.
Yes, she is. Joyce, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I tell you, I'm excited and energized too, Roger. I tell you, these products, this technology is so awesome. And as far as I want to do a compliment, and I have a couple of questions. As far as the face, I get compliments on my face all the time. I had large pores. My pores have closed. I had several large moles, one by my eye, where people would always think something was in my eye. And what I would do with the large moles is I would just put a lump of cream of the Rejuvenate, mix with the Restore on it, and just let it seep in. Those moles have just flattened out. Some of the moles that was on my face just left, disappeared. Just like my normal skin, they were never there. So I just love the cream. I love how it has taken pain away. I have so many testimonies. My 92-year-old mother is just running around like a teenager. She's doing great. My brother and other people I've shared this with. Now I have two people. One lady, she wanted me to ask a question as far as her pain. Dr. Joy had mentioned on the nutritional call also something about adding cayenne pepper. And they said it would be in the back office, but I couldn't find that. And also the next question would be, I have a gentleman that's putting a pet light in his eye, and he want to know after a while, how long does it take before you are relieved of the pain, or whether you still feel some type of pain? He's dropping it in the middle, closing it right away, you know, so he says,
everybody's different.
Here's what's likely to happen is he'll get used to that. Okay, because I don't think it's gonna stop. You just won't notice it. You know, it just will go away like that. If you keep using it, your tolerance still will increase. Because it's not as dramatic as if you put Restore to start with. If you put it in there and close your eyes real quick, and you didn't get it all over your eyelashes, so it's seeping into your eye, then you'll adjust.
Okay, great. And one more comment, I need to definitely say this. I had a friend this week dealing with deep depression. I went back, and all the information you all give us is just such a blessing. I found the call back in 2024 on grief relief, because I was sharing with them how this helped me when I lost a dear friend that was murdered, and I rubbed the Restore Rejuvenate up under my heart, and I got relief from that grief, really. And I shared the call with them, and they was just so enlightened and ready to get the technology. So I just thank God for you all. And I enjoy listening. I try not to unmute every time because I could go on and on and on. I love you all. I am excited what this technology is doing for the world at large. You all remind me of biblical Jesus. He healed them all. We all can be healed.
But we're not in the healing business. We're in the mitochondria business.
All right, thank you, Joyce.
That's right, Joyce.
You build your mitochondria up, and then your body can heal itself.
Did we try him and he didn't answer? Let's try him again or something.
We haven't tried him yet. Paul from California, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Hello, folks. It's so great to talk to my Warm Mito family again. I'm a tremendous obsessed health researcher, and I still have some health issues I'm working on. Lucky to be alive, but one of them is low thyroid. I've been mixing the Restore and the Rejuvenate together, putting it directly on my thyroid. And so for the most part, it's hard to tell improvements with thyroid. Usually the
We have
improvements are
videos on the
very,
Health
very
Aware
slow.
Show with Stephanie
But
showing
I
you how to
actually do
mix
feel
it.
a difference. I think it actually is helping as well as, you know, taking it internally. And I want to find out too. I've been reading a lot of information in my back office, but I can't remember if I came across this or not. I'm going to continue to do that. Yeah, if all of these products are plant-based, I think I heard Roger say that. And then I also want to find.
I mean, astaxanthin doesn't. Well, it comes with algae, so yeah, it's plant-based.
Okay, and then I know as our mitochondria improves, the pH of the body improves. The pH of the body is all over the place. But do we know what the pH of the products are? Not that it matters because the results
I
are there, but I'm
haven't
just
checked them, but you know, you can look at what's in it and see that it tends to be alkaline.
right. That's what I kind of figured.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a little bit of vitamin C in there, some other things that are mildly acidic, but I think overall it's probably an alkaline formula.
Well, there are some parts of the body that are important to be acidic. So, and then I want to say too, I believe more mito over time will become a everyday word used in family life and will become a $1 billion brand, and I want to be there when they do. So.
Well, thank you, Paul.
Part of helping them do that.
I tried to tell everybody in the prior company what you just said, and none of them believed it. Only Bevan. That's why we're here. So, thank you for saying that. And also to your earlier point about, I mean, it's how profound it is. I mean, there's nothing like this. There's nothing. It's like, you know, everything else, and now this. You see, because nobody else will be growing mitochondria before, not to any significant degree. And now it's like orange hitting high seas. When people can get on this stuff and come back and tell us, some of them come back and tell us, oh, it's like God just turned the lights on, everything got brighter. We get that, right? Or any number of miracles you hear on every single call. So thank you for acknowledging that.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Paul.
All right. Yeah, there's a mineral component, Paul probably knows it, to the thyroid health, like selenium is one of those that you need, and a lot of people don't have it. Iodine, of course, zinc, iron, all those. So check that also, just make sure you level up on your minerals. It could be beneficial. Okay. Esmeralda.
All right, Esmeralda, I have unmuted you. Go ahead.
Good evening, my More Mito family. Blessings to everyone. Wow, what a tremendous call. I was at an event Saturday, so I will hear Saturday's call, but today was absolutely amazing. And just can't thank you guys enough. As you know, my mom's 95. She was on blood pressure medication, Evastatang and amyloidoid for years. She's not on any of it. She's up to 6 pills on the Renew. The Restore, she still refuses to take, but we do put on her skin so her skin absorbs as you instructed me. And we do a lot of the Rejuvenate as much as possible. Obviously, we're both trying to stay on this product, mostly her. And I can't tell you enough. I mean, she is 95. She has declined, but her kidneys went up on her function. So putting it on the skin also, so yeah. Mind that the body is designed to self-heal. God's creation is designed to self-heal, and you have to heals as one. I mean, what is the body? What is all the organs? What's everything? You got trillions of cells. What else do we have? We have a lymphatic system. We got a central nervous system. We got blood and we got water. Don't complicate things. Just take the technology. Trust that the good Lord connects with purpose. Just put it in their system. They just got to get it in their system. And then obviously we have to try and eliminate some of the toxicity. Let's not forget to mention that this is a massive detoxifier. Parasite and heavy metal cleanse. We're being bombarded like crazy with all kinds of toxins. The body cannot handle the amount of toxins we're being hit with. And that's why we're activating. Literally, we are activating all these things because we're being poisoned. And we also poison ourselves with things that we consume in our atmosphere and environment. So that's it. That's all I have to say. Just trust. Just spread the word as much as you can. Get people on it. The whole world literally needs this. We have been gifted. God has given this gift to Dr. Bevan Elliott and to our team here, and we're gifted. There's no one else. We are pioneers. Okay, so like Roger, like you said, when I had to answer that scientist, we are pioneers. There are no peer reviews because we're the first.
So there are no peer reviews because we have no peers.
Exactly, we are it. So people need to understand that and just move forward. So I mean, this gentleman, that scientist, he has knows of 2 children that I think they were involved in drownings. They are connected to machines, and I've been trying to kind of get this information to him. So he, but his scientific brain is on another level. We're like, listen, as a human being, forget about peer review and rules and stuff. Let's just tell me where they're at. I'll go to the hospital. I'll start putting it on them, whatever I have, and see what happens. I mean, what is the parent going to say? Oh, I want a peer review and I want to follow the rules. Come on. So, just get on, just spread the word. Forget the rules, forget peer reviews. Just, if you got an issue, why not try it? We're not asking for thousands of dollars. A bundle's $160. And if you got something serious, obviously you have to know that you have to double up at least in the
get
beginning.
a discount for being a
Let the
referring
body
customer.
start feeling
$10
like it's
discount.
you, then you go maintenance mode. And that's it. So much love. I can't thank you enough. And looking for a lot of big things this year. So get ready.
Okay.
All right. Absolutely.
All right. So let's take back Paget Johnson and Thomas Samuel and see if they are heads up at this point.
All right, Badgett Johnson, Lamita, California, 7323. Are you there? Not there.
Going twice.
I'm here. Are you calling me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you said California, so okay. Before you said my name, I wanted to just mention to the lady that was talking about the heart. I had something in my mouth, pardon me. I had heart palpitations.
Yeah.
And I rubbed the, I thought, okay, wait a minute. I remembered I had my Mormito, so I ran and I took the oil. I had mixed my cream with the oil, and I rubbed it in the heart area, under the breast, and in like the middle of my chest, up and down. But then what I noticed when I put the oil into my navel, all of a sudden those palpitations just start dissipating. When that happened to me before, I had to have ambulance come and give me what's called adenosine. What adenosine does, it will actually stop the heart to get it back on track. And it's not a promise that it's going to, work. But that's what I had to go through with the Mormito. And that was before I had the pills in my hand, but I was so nervous. I just hurry up and rub the cream and the oil and put it in, in my navel, and it started dissipating. And then I took the pills. And
she took the renewed brain and body.
I want to say this happened. I hate to say it, but this happened not once, but twice. So Mormito will work on the heart. Yes, it will.
All right. Mormito to the rescue.
Great testimony. That's right.
Yeah,
Mormito to the rescue.
Thank you
Yes.
for sharing that. That's very, very timely and useful information. Okay, talk to Thomas Samuel one more time.
All right, Thomas, I have unmuted you. Or Samuel. Are you there? That's right, we are. Great sharing, though. 6810.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We do hear you.
Okay. I spoke to you all before. My brother had me to order 2 orders from you all.
and I was trying to get in the back, find out how to go in the back office so I could reorder 3 more orders. But I wanted to add my, he insisted my name be put on there. And I kept telling him, no, I want to do it for him. So I wanted to go back in there and add his name to it and order under his name. Am I making sense to you?
Yeah, so you just affiliate him under your website and log into his back office.
But no one ever told me how to do the website. I need help. I never got the phone because you all supposed to call us. You never got the phone call yet.
Okay.
So let me check your number. 804. Is this the right number to call you at? Ending in 6810?
It is.
Great. And your name?
Laverne Saunders.
Laverne Saunders. All right, Laverne. I'll be talking to you in the morning.
You change the caller ID?
I'm sorry, say again?
You changed the caller ID. I'm changing it.
Yeah, you changed it. I'm writing.
Okay, teamwork.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it. We're going to call it a night. Edward, we'll catch you next time. I so want to thank everybody who participated with us today. This was an extraordinary call, Dale.
Truly was. Absolutely.
So, Roy, give us the last word.
Listen, everybody. Roger just said one of the most major understatements I've ever heard tonight, because of all of you, was extremely powerful. From the testimonials, from the things that happen, multiple things that happen, from cancer. The doctors don't see it anymore. The cells changed. To what we heard on, we didn't really have a question and answer. We had a testimonial replay here at the end. It's just, we got a hold of something powerful. You all know that. You got the sense of it tonight if you were wondering or not sure. And one of the takeaways is, whatever's happening for you may not be as extraordinary, but it will be. And listen, it'll be extraordinary for someone else if you share it. So we got a hold of something truly unique. And let's get to work and share it. Yes. People are waiting. The world needs you. And we're here to support you and help you. And anybody with a question, call into customer service. The number's at the bottom of your website. They love helping you. Don't wait for a call.
509-593-3300. 509-593-3300. Customer service.
Go ahead.
We'll be back tomorrow for a little while. And
that's right.
Coming out.
Tuesday night Zoom.
But, hey, again, same thing.
If you're interested in getting on the Zoom, let us know so we can make sure you get that information on how to get on there.
Come on. This is a long call.
It must be okay. Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'll just leave you on this note. I mean, keep it compliant. Okay, put it all on mitochondria. Stop going out there talking about we cure stuff, please.
Right.
Okay, we'll probably put something in back office that you got to check off. Yeah, you know better than that. Okay. What do we say about loose lips? Okay. All right. So a little bit of an admonishment, but we got to do that. It's too important an opportunity we have for us to jeopardize it. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Don't mess it up for everybody.
See you next time.
Guys, was that not an awesome call? Okay. I have really enjoyed tonight's show. Very educational. Like they say, knowledge is power, right? This is how you get the knowledge, right? And this is how I have learned so much, getting on the calls, talking to different people, interviewing, different people, finding out what they have, right? Once we find out what they have, then we introduce them to the products, right? The Restore All, the Renew Body and Mind, the Rejuvenate Gel. Yeah, I had an awesome time in Memphis and sharing with so many people, and congratulations on the new customers that have taken the initiative to get their mitochondria strong from the information that we shared with them over the last couple of days. I can't wait to hear your testimonials of what the product does for you guys. But I really enjoyed it, you guys. I enjoyed the different events that I attended, and when you bring up and ask somebody, have you ever heard of mitochondria, right? And actually, I want to say this was the time where I had more people that had heard of it. And when I say more people, it might have been, between, it was less than 10 people, but it was still more than what you normally hear. Because normally nobody has ever heard of mitochondria or remember of hearing of mitochondria, because a lot of people have heard of mitochondria in biology and some in science. So, and I really enjoyed meeting Miss, I hope I don't get the name wrong, Betty Sue. She's one of our customers, and I actually got to meet her in person. Um, and she gets around just great. She's 80 years old and she gets around great. And I will be putting up a testimonial from her soon, because we did, get her testimonial, and it's just awesome on what the products have done for her as well. Again, she's 80 years old, but she gets around like she's way younger than 80 years old. She does not even look like she's 80 years old, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, when y'all hear, her testimonial of, what she's experienced is getting on more vital. Y'all, excuse me again. I traveled for several hours coming back to Texas today. So I guess my body is starting to wind down. And that's something else about the products. The products know when to keep you up, and they also know when your body needs rest. Okay. And those are some of the things that I've experienced since I've gotten on the product. But again, on her, is just excited just to hear, her testimonial and testimonials of other people. I got a chance to meet several people in person that, I've only either talked on the phone or maybe been on a Zoom with, etc. So that was exciting, and just exciting meeting new people that were, some were very energetic. And when I started, talking about mitochondria, and that, oh, I need to know more, I got to know more, that seems very interesting. That sounds like something that I, really want to, find out about, and get my mitochondria strong now. And so I do have several people to follow up, y'all. Like I said, one of the things you definitely need to do is follow up. So I will be following up with several people on that. But you guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed listening to the call on tonight, or watching us on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, or Success on Stephanie. And tonight's topic again was how to exercise, eat, and supplement your way back to lower cancer risk. So this is something that everybody needs to know about, because everybody's had cancer, whether you know it or not. You actually get it daily. It's just your body is strong enough to fight it off. Whereas other people that actually go to the doctor and are diagnosed with cancer, there's something going on in their body. In other words, their mitochondria is not strong enough to fight it off, right? So again, thank you guys for taking the time out to join us. If you have not created your free customer website, then now if somebody else referred you want to get back to the person that referred you. But if nobody else referred you, if you found out from, excuse me, one of it's really kicking in. If you found out from like one of my social media sites, Successful Stephanie, Health the Wealth Show with Stephanie, Facebook, you name it, Instagram, then you want to go to, you can go two ways. You can go to you can go to moremito.com/S Alford, which is SALFR. Let me spell the whole thing, because some people may not even know how to spell Moremito. So www.moremito.com/SALFORD. Then you can go to join the referring customer and then complete the information. Or if you want to skip two of those steps, then you can go to https://moremito.com/joining joining/SALFORD /2. if you would like for me to send you that link, then you can text and say, please send me your Mormito link or MM link. I know what that stands for. You can text 817-382-2124. Y'all, I'm having a lot of problems with AT&T, so I'm not using my main number right now. So if you'll text me at 817-382-2124, that is one of my backup numbers that I've had for many, many years. And so you can text me and I will respond to you and send you the link on there for you to create your free customer website. Then once you create your free customer website, you'll use your username and your password and you'll log into your back office. There's videos on the Health of Web Show with Stephanie. You go on a playlist, go into training. There are videos on there or tools, and there's videos on there telling you how to create your website, your free customer website, how to go into your back office so that you can order, etc. They are there. But I am also here to assist you in that because you want to make sure you create that free customer website so you be in a system. And then after you do that, then you can order your products, your brain and body bundle. So we are here to help you with all of that. So again, if you have questions, I answered a lot of questions while the call was going on. I actually went through and looked and saw that I actually had, while I was out of town, some people had, sent me some questions and everything. So I was trying to get caught up on all that, get everybody's questions answered and, respond to everybody's comments and everything. Thank you guys for those that had questions and comments. But again, we hope that you have enjoyed it. We hope that you take your health serious enough to get your mitochondria strong. And we look forward to hearing your testimonies. Y'all have a wonderful one.